What is up, guys? I finally did it. I passed the Praxis. Actually, I passed two Praxis exams. And let me say, those exams are not easy to take. Um, if you're looking at this video, you're probably trying to find a different way to study for the exam or actually find an easy way to pass the exam. Let me say this, there is no easy way to pass the exam. You have to put in the work if you want to pass it. Um, for me, I am not a good test taker. So when it comes to test taking, I get nervous, I get anxiety, I can't focus. I can't even focus to the parts where I'm actually leading up to the test. So I really needed to motivate myself. And if you want to add something else to the picture, I was supposed to take my exam in January. I ended up catching a pretty bad bout of COVID, and that put me down for an extra month. So I ended up taking my test a little late. And after getting COVID, it was like I forgot everything that I had studied for, so I had to restudy without motivation, um, and a deadline. So that's probably why you're here today, and I'm going to show you what I did um, to pass it. And I know that if you put in the work, you could pass it as well. So as you can see here, I actually have a lot of books here. I use Amazon a lot to rent books or buy books depending on whether or not they're available for rent. So quite a few books throughout my master's degree program. But up here on the top left, you can see that I purchased the 5354 Praxis book. And I also purchased the, where is the other one at? So they're right next to each other. Here's the other one. 5354 and 5624, the Principles of Learning. That's the one I'm going to kind of focus on today. I just want to give you a glimpse of what's in these books and why I wasn't motivated. You guys might be good, good readers, and you can study that way. For me, that's not the way I like to study. So in this book, basically, this is what it looks like. And I got this on Amazon. There's a lot of different resources in it. Different sections: students as learners, the instructional process, assessment, and PDE, professional development, PDL, whatever we call it nowadays. Either way, it's all in here. But if you kind of look at it, you're basically just reading all this and taking sample questions. And if that's the type of learner you are, the books are probably good. For me, I couldn't find motivation reading them. For example, I'd read this whole section here, then I would just totally forget what I read. And then when I went to take a sample test, which is what I'm going to show you next, I'll show you that in a second. This is the 5354. This is a special education book here. And inside of this book, there are different sections. Again, section 1, section 2, 3, and then there's the domains. Again, a lot of different information in here, and it is very useful. Again, for me, would have to go back and read it 3 or 4 times. That means reading each book 3 or 4 times. So in college, obviously they teach you this stuff, but you're so busy in college, and for me, I'm also a teacher, so working, writing IEPs, dealing with behaviors. It became really difficult. So let me just show you guys what I did, and it helped me a lot. The first thing I did is I went to the Praxis website and I actually downloaded the study companion. This is what it looks like once you get it. And I'm just going to show you what I focused on, what I paid attention to, okay? And that was down here. When you scroll down, I want to say it's probably page... Well, let me show you what's actually on the test. So this is what you're looking at. This area right here. All right, focus on these parts and you will be okay in the test, I promise. Take it from me, I'm not a test taker, and I focus on those and it worked. So I'm pretty sure it'll work for you. But here's the part that you really want to focus on. Each section of the test, for example, students as learners, there's going to be, this study companion tells you what you need to know. Okay, and believe me, when I say Bandura, Bruner, Dewey, Piaget, Vygotsky, Kohlberg, and Bloom, they're mentioned on here. They will be in the exam. Trust me. Each one of them were in the exam. And then if you go up here, the concepts, you got to understand what metacognition is. schema is, transfer. You need to know all this stuff. If you know it and memorize it, it'll become so easy to answer questions, and it'll become natural. Once you read the questions, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that. It's going to be there. Okay, and as we go down, you'll see there's other things like just identifications, implications. They're all in here. This whole section. Read this, understand what the test is asking you, and eventually you're going to get it. And all these guys like Thorndike, Watson, Maslow, Skinner, they're all in the exam. Okay, so study them. But you don't have to read books about them. You just need to know what they're known for. Okay. What else is there? There is also, let me see. Let's keep going. Strategies and structural strategies. Big part of the test here. Now, there was a lady, and I do apologize because I don't remember her name. I think her name was Kathleen something. She brought up this point about good words and bad words. That video was really helpful because on the test, you're going to see a lot of things that may sound negative. And if it sounds negative to you, it probably is negative, so don't mark that answer. That's what I did. I stayed away from anything negative, which usually eliminated, 1 to 2 choices. And then I had to choose between the other two. All right. So like I said, just get the study companion. It is on the Praxis website. And study, basically, this is just, when you read through this, it looks like a lot, but it's really not that much. Okay. But what I did is I did some research. I was trying to find different ways of maybe making a test studying easier for me. And let me tell you this. I found something that really helped me. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. And it is actually called study.com. I know as teachers, we've run through this and we kind of just look at videos and it's like a quick 1-minute video and then it says you have to get the subscription. Reality is, it did that to me when I was studying. I was trying to look up Piaget or something, and he popped up on this, and I wanted to watch the video on him. I clicked on play, and it played for like 2 minutes, and it said I needed to get the subscription, and that's exactly what I did. This is what's so cool about this website, right? So we're focusing on the Praxis 5624. Okay, so you go up to the search, and it don't matter what praxis you're focusing on. Just put the praxis here and put the number here, and you hit search, and voila, principles of learning and teaching, a study guide and practice. Okay, this is where it gets interesting, right? It says reactivate because I actually did buy the subscription to get all the content, and believe me, it was worth it. It was worth it. Trust me, you're gonna want to do it. Okay, as you go through here, you'll see. If you look here, look. This is PLT 5624, lesson 1. Remember we talked about like the classroom strategies. So basically what I did, and I'm going to show you here in a second, I just want to play this video real quick so to tell you, it looks cartoonish, but it's really not.
When you were a little kid, did you learn how to ride a bike? Did you learn how to do long division or learn the capital cities of different countries? How about learning how to drive a car when you were a little older, or learning how to do laundry?
So anyway, the videos play like this. If you focus on the video, you're going to easily grasp what that lesson is trying to teach you. Okay? So for example, let's go back to this. We were talking about Piaget. So here's lesson 5.
Sensory motor intelligence and pre-operative. Mark, a 2-year-old, and Allie, an 8-year-old, are sitting at the table waiting for a snack.
So it gives you examples. It helps you understand what he was known for. And the cool thing is there's an option to get the transcript here, right? So there's a transcript, and I downloaded all these transcripts as PDFs. So let me see if I can actually find one of my transcripts. Give me 1 second here, and I shall find it. So study, that's 5354. All right. Let me go into 5354 real quick so I can give you an example of what I did. So again, practice 5354, search, special education. I'm gonna click that. All right, so the Piaget's lesson 2 here. All right, I'm not gonna play the video just yet. I wanted to show you something really cool. So here's what I did. I downloaded all the transcripts, and each lesson, for example, lesson 1, I would put it into a folder and I would name it Study 1. And this gave me everything. And this is what the transcripts look like. So when you look at them, you can see here as I was reading through the transcripts, I was listening to the videos. And what I did was I actually took the information from the video. So I would sit just like this. As you're looking at my screen, I would sit just like this. I would hit play.
If you've ever been around, associate that animal as a bird.
What I would do is,
but at the zoo,
as I'm listening to the video, I'm reading along. So I'm getting the auditory, but I'm also reading it. And as I was reading it, I was highlighting, using the highlighter tool up here in PDF. Where is it? Right here. You just hit the highlight button, and you can basically just highlight anything you want that's important to you. And what I did was I took all this information, I highlighted it, as you can see here. I didn't highlight the whole thing, I just highlighted the important information, and I just went down each video. And these videos are only like 9 minutes. This one's actually a longer one. Most of them are 5 to 7 minutes long, but you get a wealth of information here. You get to hear it and you can read it. And the reason why I did it this way, which was very unique, is because I have all these PDFs, and all I did was the day of the test, so I scheduled my test for 12 o'clock, and the day of the test in the morning, I went through each one of these PDFs. I would just click on that PDF, and then I would go to the next one, and the next one, and I would only read the highlighted parts. That was information that was important to me, for me to remember, and I used it. It was very effective, and I think that for anybody who is here on this website or visiting study.com, you're going to see that the information here is very useful. It might be a little childish in the cartoons, but trust me, the information is what you're looking for. All right. So like I said, I'm not going to do much here. I just wanted to show you that. I thought it would be important that you guys had some type of resources. Study.com is definitely a good website to have. It is worth the first, I can't remember. I think it was $18 or something like that, or 20 bucks, whatever it was. But get the teacher one, and it'll help you with the studying. And it's for any of the Praxis exams. You can study. You could use this information. You know, I also used it to teach a couple classes. I know it sounds weird, but I actually use study.com to teach a couple writing classes because I have students. I teach special education, so the writing process is difficult for them. So I use study.com to help me with that as well, and it was definitely a good resource to have. As you can see here, like if I just shrink this, you can see all the different areas of the exam. So cognitive influences, and there's so many different things that you can work with here. And these resources are going to definitely help you get through everything. The learning theories, how disability, there's just so much information here, and it's definitely worth it. I hope that if you try this out, you find it useful and you're successful in passing the Praxis exam. I felt like this is the reason why I passed right here, study.com. And I want you guys to give it a shot. Let me know in the comments below if it helped you. If it didn't, I'm sorry it didn't work for you, but it definitely worked for me. Again, I just wanted to keep this video short and simple. Yeah, good luck to you guys. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like. Have a wonderful day.